Hey guys, I'm really excited to tell you about what's coming on the 5th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are adding to the Lake Andrew collection, and we have some really amazing stuff. So amazing, in fact.
Oh, I get a bear?
Gloves.
Oh.
Gloves all around. This time I'm going to start with the fancy stuff. I want to be super careful with these knives because they're older case knives, mostly from the 90s. They were purchased, looked at once, and put away. So the boxes are in really great condition, and I want to keep them that way for whoever they go to next. So I'll send you that one. So we have two case mother of pearl knives here.
So I do know what some of these are this time.
Okay.
You enlisted me into a full-time job of researching some of these. And, wow. I mean, some of them are hard to find.
Oh,
hard
very
to
hard.
find any information on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, and this is another. It's kind of interesting to me because I've seen a lot of mother of pearl. I love it. It's beautiful, but it is prone to cracking. And both of these knives are absolutely perfect, so you'll see no cracks. Some of the reason is just because they haven't been handled. And another little tip I've heard is you really do not want to snap these shut. That can be, is rumored to be a cause of cracking. So we talk about, the pull, the snap, all that stuff. But these ones get just that TLC.
97.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we'll put these two aside, and we've got a lot to look at. The next thing I want to look at are this set of case knives here. And these were made in pretty short runs. Very difficult to get even originally when they were made. Be really careful with the boxes and everything here. And this is a big knife, but what I think is cool about these is they actually put the date they were made right onto the tang, which is not a common practice. So if you'll see right here on the bottom here, it says 1990 USA. And I think that just shows the pride in this work.
I was going to ask you, what is this?
I think that pattern is called cracked ice, if that's what you're asking about the scales. Oh boy, these things are a little tricky to open without having regular fingernails. Okay. I'm just...
Paper looks ancient.
I know. I mean, it's not ancient. We were kind of talking about today, like, when does something become vintage?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 20 years old, if it's 100 years old. I'm not exactly sure what the date is. So this one I'm not even going to open, but we have a 3-blade and some really beautiful stag. And I happen to know this one also has the year right on the tang stamp. So very cool stuff. The next special stuff I have here is a bunch of case select knives. And when you open these, be so careful because the stickers the seals never been broken. So they were just kind of opened from this direction so you can sneak them out. The baby butterbean. Kind of a cool pattern I really like. Oh, and there I snapped one. I did not do it on purpose.
You did it for me. I wouldn't feel dumb. Thank you. Looking at the date just makes me feel old.
Yeah, because it doesn't
It's
seem
old, but it's not that old.
right. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, the 90s, right? Just happened. I do like these butter beans. They're cute. Cute. Grab a couple more here and then we'll kind of switch. Oh, look at that stag. That's nice. And I do like this document. It's such a classic pattern. You've got some good stuff there. Bunch of jig bone.
Baby canoe.
Yeah, really nice knives. Okay. It's time for the gloves to come off.
Are these the same?
There's a couple varieties in there.
I was just looking at this, but I want to look at this one.
Okay.
Edge 2000. Because I assumed that 2000 was coming up, and they're like...
Yeah, that's very true.
Cadet.
Okay. Yeah, Cadet's a little bigger.
Oh, it is.
Cool. Yeah.
You know what's going on.
A little bit. I kind of grew up with bucks, and I know we have one of your first knives in here today.
Yeah.
So I'll send that your way.
Yeah, that's a good little segue.
Mm-hmm.
Because my family, not knife family at all. And this is probably the first and last time that I will have nostalgia hit me. Was I recognized the box. I was like, wait a minute. Start stirring up inside of me. This is the exact knife that I was given by my grandpa when I was a kid.
That's cool. And I don't know what would be defined as a kid's knife these days, but I think that kind of is, it's little, it's definitely a tool. It's not a weapon. And, it kind of just gets you started with your curiosity outdoors and fixing problems for yourself. And it's kind of a cool gift.
Yes, well, it was at that time when the only thing that I the only thing that I had was toys.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, having something like this in my pocket, like, I was instantly cooler, but I also, I was empowered. I was empowered a little bit to do more.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hit me. Especially when I took it out the first time and I grabbed it and I'm like, oh yeah, it even feels a little tacky, like they soak it in Cosmoline, or I don't know what they have them in. They store them in, but oh man, yeah.
And how's the pull on that thing?
A $19 knife, I believe.
Yes, I know.
If that's any answer. I didn't care for any of that stuff when I was this age.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was it though.
It's still cool and it's still a useful tool, and I think probably a lot of people have nostalgia with that very knife.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I want to do a fun one now. So I have the toad sticker here. A.G. Russell. This is a large knife. Kind of a cool pattern, lockback. And you can see that blade is favoring one side to the other, but still functioning great, not rubbing. Let's lock her up.
Is there any reason they would do that on purpose?
I don't believe so, but I see it a lot in this particular pattern. It's very common. I don't think it's deliberate, but also if it's not rubbing, it's not harmful, so I'm not sure. I guess that would just be more like a collector's preference and how you like things to be. It's a hint. You can finally shave.
Not with this.
If you're feeling very brave.
Next video, just toilet paper, like stuck everywhere. I've never even used one of these. I think I've only ever seen them in movies.
Sure.
Do you know when these were made?
I do not. I believe they came from an auction, and I've kind of started a small collection of them myself because a lot of them come in really cool boxes, and I just think they're fascinating. Not real expensive, but just, a different time. And another beautiful tool. I see I did miss one case select, which I'll grab out here now. Try to careful. Oh. So we've seen this pattern before on a fish knife. Really interesting. I like that.
More Maker 5202, 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Should I put the gloves on?
I just leave them at that because they don't really look like they've been handled much, and I'd like to keep them that way.
Deal. And then 6302 from 2000.
These are great knives. Do you remember when did they start making these? When did this company come to business?
I was looking at this one, and they started in 85.
That is the year I was born. It seems like it wasn't that long ago.
I would have said that until we were looking at what's the definition of vintage.
It's been a reoccurring theme today because it's my birthday this week, so, it's on my mind. Okay, let's look at some Remingtons. I've got a couple here. Oh, no, I better not mix them up in case they're different. Great knives, and a lot of different makers have put these out, but, they're always just... Right? This one goes here and this one goes here. Don't forget.
I'm not familiar with these, honestly.
Okay. I like the packaging. They are, it's just kind of like a cool vintage looking pattern. And so, Robeson brand. And actually, look at, they ting stamped their date too. So this is a 1995. Of course, USA made. Really beautiful knife. There I go snapping again.
This stuff has been so difficult to research because of that.
Because of the age, or sometimes age and sometimes rarity is, makes it difficult too, but you just don't see examples of them out there. Both in that really beautiful red jig bone. I just want to say thank you to the collector who sent this to me because I had a warning that this knife is sharp, and it definitely is. And I was so excited when I was opening this box, and I'm just digging things out of there without being too careful. And then I found this and I thought, yes, these are knives. Maybe I should be careful. This is a case fixed blade, and it's a butcher's knife. And it looks really old, but part of the reason is because they were made to look old. So they were made to look hand forged, even though they weren't. But it's still such a cool, beautiful knife. I really enjoy it. And I think it's kind of fun if you're a case collector. There's so many other things case made. There's scissors, there's razors, fixed blades, and they kind of get forgotten a little bit, compared to the folders, which is their main thing. And anyway, I just think that's a sweet knife. Got some Victorinox.
I don't know who Balderson is.
I assume it's an advertising piece.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. And then I think that one's an Officer
Suisse.
You can see the picture of the knife right on the box if you want to bring it up. But I think it's funny because Officer
Suisse.
I don't know if she liked her beer and wine, but it definitely they always have the bottle opener, the corkscrew, and then just the single blade, which is kind of cool. It's really, the box does not give any extra space.
Officer Susie?
I think that's what it is, unless I'm wrong. Let me look. Yeah, see? I was hoping I wasn't going crazy.
We sure that's not Suisse?
I have 3 Vokers here in various stages of their life, and I think it's kind of fun because this knife is, we'll call it a parts knife. It is end of life. I don't know that it even will open at this point, but it's still just kind of a cool knife. And I mean, look at how it was just carried and used and worn, and it just feels like it has a million stories. And then you've got number 3 there, which is still like brand new in its packaging, just perfect, pristine. And I believe
97.
yeah, I believe these are all German-made versions. Oh, jeez. And then this one just is like, looks like it's been sharpened, but it hasn't been abused, and has some age-related patina, of course, on it. So
that's the midlife one.
That's a midlife. This is like a newborn, midlife. This one's almost ready for retirement. Okay, cool.
Is this the other parts knife?
It will open. I had it open, but yeah, it's
Ooh.
it's nearing end of life.
Oh, that's a real
It's
smooth pull.
It's the tinkerer's delight. This one needs some love. Here we have probably an advertised piece. Barlow. Little lock back there.
I like that. Why do you say that's advertised? What's on it?
Quest?
Oh.
I think that's probably advertising.
I'm not entirely sure. Shapley?
And the last one here, a little hen and rooster, another German knife. 2 blades. I like hen and rooster. I think they're just well made, beautiful, really nice piece of stag on there.
So this is all in addition to the Lake Andrew collection.
Yep.
And it'll be available August 5th at 4 on the dot. On the dot this time. So stop by that and pick up something.
Awesome. Thank you.